Yo everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Steins. It's screeching in my ears, needles stabbing into my brain, 1,000 emotions flooding my senses. The world bends, pulses, and then returns to normal. The pain of my wounds has vanished like magic, replaced by piercing pain in my brain. I fight back a wave of nausea and take stock of the situation. I'm sitting on the sofa with my phone to my ear. Another successful time leap. That makes 3. Looks like the time leap machine works perfectly. I'm sure it would boost Chris's confidence if I told her. But that will have to wait until Mayuri's out of danger. I stand up and look around the lab. Where's Mayuri? Chrisu, who is dozing off next to me, wakes up with a jerk of the sound of my voice. Don't shout. I've been working all night, so let me rest a bit. Where's Mayuri? What's wrong with you? She went to Lukashi's, remember? Damn, she already left? I should call to send a mail. I should call. I need to get in touch with her somehow. Maya went to see someone after leaving the shrine. The question is who? Think. Consider every possibility. Damn, why did I forget? Before I time you, I should ask Maya where she was today. I'm not thinking straight. I have to calm down. Wait, I know. Last time we failed because we went to Akibara station. I should have known that Saren would be watching. This time we'll take a taxi to another station, then hide somewhere until things calm down. For now, all I could do is wait for Mayuri to return. It's driving me crazy. I considered explaining the situation to Chris and Daru, but I just don't have the strength to do that right now. Besides, I don't want to get them involved. I'll take care of myself. I won't let any more of my friends die. As before, the Bond team workshop closes early. Mayuri appears as Suzuha and Mr. Brown are leaving. We went through Kanda. We went through Kanda Mojin's back streets to Muzu station, taking only minimal precautions to avoid attracting attention. You have to get there before the Subu line shuts down. We managed to make it to the station without being stopped, but when we get there, I see a group of men waiting at the entrance. They look like 7. Change of plan. We turn around and head for the Shin Ochu and Muzu subway station. We arrive at the station later than I expected. I don't usually come here, so I get lost. I stare nervously at the platform clock. According to the scrolling display, the lines have already suspended operations. Wait, it looks like the Chibuya line has too. This must be protocol to show that nearby stations may be threatened. Even stations on unconnected lines. Damn. Mayu hasn't said a word about my strange behavior. This is the 3rd time that I've led her on this escape, but each time she follows me without complaint. Does she really trust me that much? Maybe she can feel my desperation. That's why I want so badly to save her. We've been together for more than a decade. She's like a little sister to me. I'll leap as many times as it takes. Mary tilts her head. Quizziali? I can't think of the word. I realize I'm staring at her. Quizzically? Okuri and Mauricio has a lot of questions, but she'll wait for now. But once it's over, I want you to tell me everything, okay? Yeah, I promise. Mo smiles happily at the answer. That's right. We'll wait for the train. I should ask Mo about her whereabouts today, while we wait for the train. If I have to time leap again, I need all the information I can get. Where did you go after you saw Luca? I got an email from Fubuki-chan. A thread came loose on her costume. I went to fix it. Where does Fubuki-chan live? We meet at Starbucks at UPX. So that's where she was. Just then, an announcement plays over the PA system. The subway is resuming normal operations. About 20 minutes have passed since we arrived. I didn't expect to be stuck here for so long, but that's okay. Right now, Mocha should be in Akibara, heading to the lab. Everything is going to be alright. I'll wait to let the train examine the route map on the station's notice board. We can transfer to an overland train at Yoyogai Uraha. It'll take a while, but that will take us all the way to Odawara. Another announcement, our train is arriving. I can hear the rumbling and see the lights at the end of the tunnel. Mayuri and I are standing just behind the white line. I reach for her hand, meaning to make a dash for the train when the doors open, but I guess there's no hurry now. I let my hand fall to my side empty. The roar comes closer and closer. About the party tonight. Mayuri is saying something I can't quite hear over the train. It got cancelled, but we should definitely... Suddenly, Mayuri disappears. Huh? There she is, leaning over the track. She's off balance, as if she stumbled or someone pushed her. She seems like she's hung there for a moment, and then the train comes screaming into the station. I hear the sound from underneath the train. I can't describe it, but it makes me intensely nauseous. Sparks fly as the train slams on its brakes. The people on the platform scream. I turn to where Mayuri was just a moment ago. There stands a familiar girl. Tiny, adorable, a cute black rabbit pouch slung over her shoulder. Nay. She looks up at me. Her eyes are wide. Her lips tremble. I saw Mayuri. I wanted to surprise her. It wasn't on purpose. It wasn't. She stares at me for a few more seconds as if wanting me to say something, then turns away and runs. The platform is in chaos. The PA informs us there's been a personal injury accident. Nay is already gone. I don't go after her. Instead, I peek timidly through the gap between the train and the platform. One side of the track is awash with red. My mind is blank. I can't think. I don't even remember how I got back to the lab. Mocha's group should already come and gone, but the time leap machine is still here. I guess I should be grateful. It takes longer than usual to set up the machine. For some reason, I have trouble recalling my own phone number. At least it's ready. Now take me back. The leap occurs instantaneously. Tyler claimed that his time machine takes 1 hour of subjective time travel. Tyler claimed that his time machine takes 1 hour of subjective time to travel 10 years. I don't know if ours has the same behavior, but now is not the time to find out. 10 years. I had no business that far back. Besides, according to Krisu, time leaping too far in the past would cause mental disorder due to the gap between personality and memory. Juicy chicken #1! Maru is singing her chicken song, though she's actually eating pre-cooked chicken from the convenience store instead of her usual juicy chicken #1. She had to switch because she can't warm up frozen chicken in the microwave, which is now dedicated part of the time link machine. I was right to come back 5 hours. Maru is still in the lab. But what the hell happened back there? It hurts, but I forced myself to recall that horrifying scene. Maru died again. This time it happened in Shun Ochunumuzu station, a place completely unrelated to the lab or bomb threat. Nay pushed onto the tracks where the train tore her to shreds. Could Nay be working for Seren too? No, that can't be right. Nay had a habit of jumping on Mayuri in greeting. She was probably just being her usual affectionate self. And it ended up so horribly wrong. But why did she have to choose that precise moment? I don't know. I sense malice. Whose malice? It's kind of like fate is playing a cruel joke on us. Whatever the case, all that matters now is I have another chance. I need to act. I have the power to save Mayu. I'll do whatever it takes to find a way. It's time. We hail a taxi out on Chu Doi. It will be expensive, but that hardly matters now. Mayu comes along quietly. I considered taking her to Ikebukuro, but Mocha's group might be watching her house. I have no idea where them are at this point in time. Instead, I asked the driver to take us to Shinagawa. However, the traffic is unusually heavy. The driver says it's never been this bad before. There must be an obstruction up ahead, or accident or something. That's the only explanation I can think of. You made it out to Akiba, but at this rate it'll take forever to reach Shinagawa. I consider getting off here and taking the train, but then I remember what happened at the station. I have a bad feeling about this. The traffic jam could be Seren's doing. I look out the window and scan the crowd for anyone who might be a Seren agent. 3 hours later, we're still stuck. According to a conversation I overheard between our driver and another driver, there's some kind of inspection ahead. Furthermore, it doesn't seem to be a police inspection. A small fight broke out at the inspection site or something. To make matters worse, this road has already been closed off and the cars behind us are being derouted. There are only about 100 cars waiting, but the inspection has been at a standstill for 3 hours. This can't be a coincidence. Once again, I feel the malice of fate manipulating the situation. Is Mayu gonna die again? If I know it was going to turn out like this, I would have ditched the taxi hours ago. It's not too late. I should pay the driver and get off. Right. Just then, someone knocks on the window. A taxi is stopped in the middle of the road. What's going on? I look over, but before I could say anything, a man opens the rear door and gets in next to Mayuri. He's holding a knife. Another assassin? Mayuri, look out! Before she can reply, the man covers Mayuri's mouth with a large, meaty hand. I try to open my door, but it's locked. Only the driver can open it from the inside. Maya opens her eyes wide. Her body twitches. What? It all happened too fast. The man sinks his knife into Mayuri's chest. The bright red spots stain her clothes. Man who stabbed Mayuri. Great name. Be quiet, Okabe. Another man gets into the passenger seat. He points a gun at the driver and says something to him. Strength drains from Mayuri's body. Her eyes slowly close. A tear rolls down her cheek. Watch her die inches away, powerless to stop it. I could feel her last breath against my skin. They killed her again. Why? Why? Why can't I save her? Why won't you let me save her? Who decided that Mayu must die? Mocha? Seren? Or does the world itself wish for Mayuri's death? I won't accept that. I clench my jaw and throw myself, driving my forehead into the killer's nose. He falls back. I shout to the driver, "Open the door!" I call out the taxi and take off running through the traffic jam. After running for hours, I make it back to the lab. Luckily, the time leap machine is still there. I have to leap again. Every time we run, Mayuri dies. 6 hours into the past, I clutch my head and rack my brain for an answer. I feel like I've hit a dead end. What do I do if we can't run away? Is there no way to save her? No, there has to be a way. What you talking about? Mayuri's blank stare is the only answer I get. This time I take her to the closest police station and beg them to protect her. When asked why, I explain that someone is going to kill Mayuri 6 hours from now. Without proof that there's someone after us, they have no choice but to turn us away. It's past 6 hours by the time we're leaving the station, and we're left with no choice but to keep running. I wish I could blame my previous failures on bad luck. We could try the stations again, and maybe this time she won't die. But I don't have the courage to try those routes again. At the same time, we can't stay in Akiba. We're running out of options. Subways, trains, taxis, all out. Attempting to escape by those means would get Mayuri killed, so my heart tells me. Perhaps the fear is irrational, but I can't put it out of my mind. I've seen her die half a dozen times already. Shot, stabbed, torn to pieces. I can't go through that again. We take refuge in Yodobashi Camera. Or cinema. Was it? Camera. I thought we could keep hiding there indefinitely, but just after 7, I hear an explosion in front of the station. Yodobashi goes into chaos. Policemen appear and start evacuating the store. When I try to explain our situation, an officer shouts, "Terrorist," and pulls his gun. What? This can't be happening. This isn't America. Japanese police officers don't shoot without provoking. Mayuri dies. It happened so fast. The policeman shoots her right in the head. I don't know if it was a real policeman or a Seren assassin in disguise. It doesn't matter. I can't delay it any longer. The world itself is killing Mayuri. Go further back this time. Ooh. This time, I don't leap into action immediately. Instead, I sit on the couch and collect my thoughts. Every time I try and save Mayuri, it ends in the worst possible way. To make matters worse, I no longer even know what I'm supposed to be saving her from. Cause and effect. Why does Mayuri die? At first I thought it was Mocha and her squad sent by Seren to steal our time machine. But as I leapt back in time again and again, the cause of Mayuri's death kept changing. At the station, she died because Nay pushed her off the platform. Seren had nothing to do with that. It was an accident. Each time I leap, she dies a different way. What does that mean? I've been thinking for an hour, and I'm no closer to an answer. I want someone to tell me, but who can I ask? I'm the only person in history to leap through time. No, there's one more. John Tider. He's not... but he's not replying to my emails anymore, and he hasn't posted on at channel in days. I'm not even convinced he's a real time traveller. I decided not to run this time. Instead, I take a different approach. Strike first. I send Mocha an email. I need to talk to you about the time machine. Meet me alone. I designate the roof of the Vatican as our meeting place. 2 weeks has passed since the satellite crashed, but it's still there and the building's still closed. At least the security has lessened. It's easy for me to sneak in. Not that there's any sneaking to do. I just walk through the front door like I belong there. No one questions me. It's the easiest way to sneak around somewhere. You just make it seem like you belong and have confidence in yourself. People just won't ask. Yeah, it's crazy. Last time I came here was for Dr. Nakabachi's presentation. Of course, on this world line, the presentation was cancelled. Naturally, there's no one here but me. It occurs to me that this is a dangerous gambit. Mocha might have a gun. I already know she's willing to use it. But then, I don't intend to play fair either. We're supposed to meet at 5:30. It's just after 5. I came in early to ambush her. I hide in the shadows and wait with bated breath. About 30 minutes later, I hear the door open. Mocha makes her entrance alone. She looks around restlessly. She still hasn't noticed me. I take a gun out of my shirt. It's not real. It's future gadget number 1, a bit particle gun. The bit particle gun. It's just a toy ray gun with a remote control attached. Obviously a buff, but all I could prepare on such short notice. I run up behind Mocha and shove the bit particle gun into her back. Don't move. Hands up. Just like a Hollywood movie. But this isn't a movie, this is real life. And she isn't an actress, she's a murderer. After Mocha raises her hands, I feel through her clothes. Sure enough, she's carrying a gun. I take it from her and press it to Mocha's back in place of the bit particle gun. Sorry to disappoint you, the first gun was a toy. Talk, I know you were sent by Saren. How? How? You want to know how? My frustration and rage boil over. Because of her, Mayuri. I came from the future, that's how. You think I'm lying? I've repeated the last several hours half a dozen times already. I've lost count how many times exactly. And I haven't slept in all that entire time. Strangely, I'm not tired at all. I know what you're planning. Around 7 you're going to stop the trains. Mocha gasps. So it was they're doing. I also know you're planning to attack the lab, you and your men. And then you're gonna kill Mayuri. I understand, I'm a time leaper. Mocha nerds faintly. I could kill her now, it would be easy. But no, I need information. Who are you people? Rounders. Mocha answers with surprising obedience. I guess she values her own life, even though she has no problem depriving people of theirs. Rounders. What does that mean? How are you related to Saren? By email. No, Smeek. The Rounders are an organization separate from Saren. Covert operations. We don't exist. Like a private army? No. Our mission is to find and acquire IBN 5100s. They send us around the world. We collect them. IBN 5100s. That's right, when I met her she was looking for an IBN 5100. These days they're nearly impossible to find. People will pay millions just to own one. Is that because Saren's been hunting them down? Makes sense with their server and whatnot. How many rounders are there? Answer me! I don't know. I'm just an agent. So she's not important enough to be told. Was it you who stole our IBN 5100? Mocha doesn't answer. Why does Saren need IBN 5100s? To keep hackers out. Maintaining security. It's the highest priority for 7. Why are they hiding? We already know they killed hundreds of test subjects with their time travel experiments. We don't need an IBN 5100 to find that out. Are you saying the IBN 5100 database has information more sensitive than that? I don't know. Because you're just an agent? My tone is sarcastic, but Mocha nods. Damn, she's useless. Why did you attack our lab? Or rather, why will you attack the lab? Isn't it obvious? Because we hacked into 7? 3 reasons. First, because of what you know. We were ordered to silence you. So 7 did know about the hacking. Second, for the time machine. The one you made. They want our time machine. 7 must be trying to monopolize the time travel technology. Third, the reason it has happened. Third, the reason it happens today. You plan to make your time machine public. How does she know that? We made that decision right after the time leap machine was completed. It was only a few hours ago. That's why I was ordered to take you in. Take us in? You killed Mayuri! She is unnecessary. Unnecessary? I nearly pulled the trigger. Okabe, Maske, Hash, Ida, you made the time machine. She is expendable. These are my orders. And after you take us in, then what? Sen will hold you prisoner, force you to complete their time travel research. Have you done this before? How many lives have you ruined for 7's research? I do as I'm told. I was a fool to consider you my friend. I live for 7. I live for FB. I'll do anything if FB tells me to. FB? Is that the name of her supervisor? Okabe. Is it you? Are you John Tider? What? That was out of the blue. John Tider? There's no one else it could be. Me? I don't have time for this. I dig the gun into Mocha's back. If you want to live, you'll call your friends, call FB, cancel the attack. Mocha shakes her head. I don't have the authority. I don't care. Find a way to stop the attack. Otherwise, I'll kill you. I can't do it. I'm not a killer. My hands are trembling just like Mocha's were back before she shot Mayuri. Why did he kill her? She was hesitating. She didn't want to pull the trigger. But she did. You don't want to kill her, did you? So why? I just obey. FB. And bring that son of a bitch here. Mocha shakes her head again. I don't care about your authority. If you don't do what I say, I can't. I've never... Something hard stabs into my back. A chill runs through my body. There's someone behind me. Drop the gun. A man's voice. Is he with Mocha? You lied. I'm ready to pull the trigger in cold blood. You promised to me alone. Mocha doesn't answer. I said drop the gun. I'll give you the time machine, just don't kill anyone. Even if you do that, even though I'm still pointing the gun at her, Mocha steps away and turns to face me. Her eyes are cold and an expression unreadable. You'll still be held prisoner. Forever. Mocha takes the gun from my hand. I'm unable to resist. Please. I'm sorry about the hacking, just please don't kill anyone. Ow. Something strikes the back of my head. My legs give out instantly, sending me to the ground. Darkness creeps in. Target B in custody. Requesting pickup. Deep down, I knew I couldn't save Mayuri. Even if Mocha's group didn't kill her, someone or something else will. The world itself wants her dead. That is the choice of Steins Gate. Steins Gate? There's no such thing. Those words have no meaning. It's just some nonsense I made up to sound cool. Steins Gate doesn't exist, but fate does. Fate, God, the will of the universe, an absolute force that no one can resist. Its existence and its sentiments. It exists, and it has sentenced Mayuri to death. I wake up in the back of a station wagon. The windows are coated in black film, so I can't tell where we were. I feel a throbbing pain in the back of my head. My hands are tied behind me. What is this? How long have I been unconscious? There's a man with me inside the car. I recognize him from a previous time leap. He's the one who stabbed Mayuri in the taxi. The man seems to notice I woke up, but he doesn't speak. He just waves his gun menacingly, as if to say there's no hope of escape. The dashboard clock reads 7:30. I look out the window again. Through the film, I can make out a street sign. We're close to the lab. Has the attack happened already? Before I left, I told everyone, including Mayuri, to run. If she did as I said, she won't die by their hands, but that doesn't mean she's safe. If I don't do something, Mocha will take the time leap machine away. What will happen then? Saren can have the machine if it will save Mayuri. The problem is it won't. Not when the world itself is determined to kill her. As long as the time leap machine remains in my hands, I can keep trying to fix things. I'll leap again and again until I find a way to save her. But if I lose the machine, then the future is decided. A future without Mayuri. I have to get to it before they do, even if it means I might get shot. As long as I survive to reach the time leap machine, everything will be alright. My bounded hands limit me to headbutts and kicks, but I somehow managed to knock down the man guarding me and escape. My chest and neck are covered with blood. I must have been shot during the struggle, but thanks to the adrenaline pumping through my body, I barely feel any pain. I can still move, that's all that matters. I run up the stairs with my hands still tied. I can only pray that they will be able to operate the time leap machine quickly enough. Mayuri, Chris and Daru are in the lab. So are Mocha and her men. When I open the door and burst in, everyone looks at me in surprise. When she sees my tattered body, Mayuri runs up to me with tears in her eyes. Wait. I tried to stop her. In the corner of my eye, I see Mocha take aim on Mayuri. I tried to put myself between them. I tried to cover Mayuri with my body. But a man grabs me from behind and pulls me back. I watch helplessly as Mayuri's tiny body drops to the floor. Her eyes, wide and wet with tears, seems to stare into mine. But I can see that she's already lost their light. She's gone. Again. 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 What happens next is the same as before. Cesar defeats the Rounders, and Crucio helps me time leap. Oh! A flood of sound beats my eardrums. When it subsides, I find myself in the lab. It's just before 5. I have 2.5 hours before Mayuri dies. I find myself staring at the time leap machine. This thing is the reason for Mocha's attack. If only we'd never built the phone wave. If only we'd never sent those D-mails. Perhaps the future might look different, instead of the nightmare promises now. Would anything change if I broke it? Just smashed it into pieces right now here? In my rush of delirium, I grab a chair and lift it high over my head. Just as I'm about to bring it crashing down on this infernal machine, a voice cries out, "Stop! Okabe, what are you doing?" Kusu grabs my arm and pulls me back. Are you trying to break the machine? You don't have to break it, Okabe. We decided not to experiment, remember? Anyway, put the chair down. I lowered the chair slowly. Not because Kusu told me, but because I realized that what would happen if I really did break the machine. It cursed, or will cause Mayuri's death, but at the same time it's the only chance of averting that future. If I lose it, I lose my only hope of saving her. I fear that the fear of that outcome stayed my hand. You look pale. What's wrong? Are you listening? I can't deal with this. Not now. Wait. I flee from the lab. I don't have a particular destination in mind. People look at me strangely as I shuffle down the street. Imagine I must give a look like I crawled up from the grave. Soon I get fed up with the crowd around the station and escape to the pedestrian overpass. I get about halfway across the bridge and squat on the concrete. The giant screen at the UPX building is advertising some gothic punk band. The ticker at the bottom display is today's weather forecast along with time and date. I realize that today is Friday the 13th. Huh. Is there no way to get through today without Mayuri dying? It's already 5:30, 2 hours until the attack. The lights around Akiba Station turn on one by one as the sun sets. The Mo might be gone from Akiba, but the area around the station is still as posh as ever. I don't belong here. The bridge I'm sitting on has become a date spot for couples. I see them standing here and there, gazing at the cityscape with their arms wound around each other. Somehow they never seem to tire of the dull, unchanging scenery. What am I doing here? Mayuri's about to die. Hey, don't think you're a little too old to be sitting on the ground in public? I lift my head to see Kusu standing there. So, is this where you went? I've been looking for you. Christina. What? What time is it now? 5:38? Hey, if you have time to sit around, then you can help with me with shopping. Shopping? Oh, right. Preparations for the party. In the other timeline, I went shopping with Kusu at the UPX supermarket. And then we talked on this bridge, just like now. Feels like so long ago. Back then I had no idea what was about to happen. Well, are you going to come along or not? I sigh deeply. I don't believe that it was wrong to time leap. However, Kusu, I keep my eyes lowered. That's the first time you said my name properly. I feel her eyes on me. Help me? I can't save Mayuri alone. I realize that now. Reliving today again and again, only to taste the same despair each time, has taught me one important lesson. Alone, I am powerless. Alone, I have no hope. Help me. Tell me what happened. I know you used the time leap machine. What? I look up in surprise. Kusu doesn't meet my stare. Instead, she leans over in the guardrail and gazes down at the plaza with her usual frown. You got a phone call and then suddenly you're a different person. It was obvious. It came from 3 hours in the future. What happened? They killed Mayuri. I lower my head, trying to hold back the tears. Then I explain about Saren and Mocha, and how Krisu herself activated the time leap machine and made this possible. I tell her about my previous leaps. I explain that the world itself wants Mayuri dead, and that I can save her no matter how I try. I kept talking for 30 minutes straight. During that time, Krisu hardly says a word. It's all my fault. Talking to Krisu lets me sort out everything I've done, everything I've seen. I shouldn't have told Dao to hack Saren. I shouldn't have asked you to build a time machine. I shouldn't have made Mocha a lab mem. Mayuri's death is all my fault. That's why I need to bear the burden myself. I was resolved to do whatever it took to save Mayuri, never faltering, never giving up, and yet my resolve has already crumbled. If you know that Mayuri's going to die, then what are you doing wasting time here? Krisu's tone is haughty. Is this how I sound when I'm playing Hoin Koyoma? I just don't get it anymore. What don't you get? How to save Mayuri. Based on what you said, I guess the chronological I guess the chronologically protection conjuncture is true. No matter what I do, Mayuri dies. And that's why you keep time leaping. There's no guarantee that the machine is safe, you know? Krista lowers her gaze and cups her chin, as she often does when assessing a problem. Even if the machine works perfectly, repeated use may have serious side effects. For example, you may become disconnected from causality itself. You need to understand the risks if you're going to continue. Disconnected from causality? Meaning... It happens all the time in sci-fi. You become trapped in a closed time loop, never aging, never dying, but doomed to repeat the same day for all eternity. Worst case, you may cease to exist entirely. What? Every trace of your existence will vanish, no one will remember you, because your life will have never have happened. Leaping through time is that dangerous. Humans are temporal beings. Krisu looks surprised. I was thinking of that quote too. I heard it from you first. When? This isn't the first time I've leaped. Right, of course. You know what? I feel like this might be a good place to end this episode. Thank you all for watching. And yeah, things are getting crazy. Well, more crazy than they have been. For that, everybody. Bye.